couldn't sleep. I would choke in my sleep, like it would be scary. Get ready with me while I talk about rebuilding my confidence. Welcome back to my channel if you're not new, and welcome to my channel if you're new, girl. Hey. Well, as you can see, I literally cut down my hair even lower. I was trying to go for something that was less maintainable and something that I didn't really have to do for real. The girl would be tired of waking up trying to figure out what to do with her hair. And I'm gonna be honest with you, ain't nobody finna keep paying $250, $300 every few months, every time they need to do something with their hair. Your girl's just finna cut it off. And I have no emotional attachment to my hair. If you don't know, I've been cutting my hair since probably high school, till I was old enough to really do it. Let's get started. So first, I'm just kind of going to go back and forth with what I'm using and kind of talk about basically whatever comes to mind with building my confidence or building your confidence in general. I don't really use a primer. I do just use Vaseline, to be honest with you. Like, sorry, babe, I'm not no perfectionist. I don't do the whole 9. I'm not even a person who does my makeup for real. So I might just use some random shit and y'all might just be like, what? We're just going to go for a natural beat. I'm going to just do the foundation for the sake of this video because I feel like I have a feeling I'm going to be talking. I always use this by Milani. It's 2-in-1. It's like a foundation and concealer in one. And sometimes I do, when I'm looking for a bold look, I don't use it as a concealer. But when I'm looking for more of a natural look, I'll just use it as my concealer too. With confidence, it's not something that is very obvious, you know? I feel like people who are very intuitive, they could tell if somebody doesn't have a lot of confidence. But a lot of people can pretty much fake it, you know? Don't mind if I'm looking over here because I got my mirror right here. It took a lot for me to build confidence. Like, literally, when I was in school, because I used to get bullied a lot, you know? In school, like, it would be girls who would, like, have everything all together. At the time, I didn't really know about hygiene, so your girl used to be musty. This is embarrassing, but your girl used to be musty as heck. Like, I ain't even like keep up with myself. Like, I knew about my cycle, but it was like the way it had came was like just an embarrassing way. Your girl was just, I don't know. I was going through it in middle school, and then I was already getting bullied. So imagine like little girl, little skinny girl. I was real skinny, y'all. I look a little thick right now, but once I had hit 25, like I started like gaining my weight. No, 22. I'm be honest. 22, I started gaining my weight. But I was really skinny, but I've always had like a booty, you know, I always had a little booty on me. So, but my thing is, I've always been like, I never felt like I was ugly. I just felt like I didn't have the nice things like everybody did. I always got my clothes from the thrift store, which is no problem with the thrift store because, baby, I still shop at the thrift store to this day. But it was like, compared when you were younger, like people used to have on like Hollister, Aeropostale, Abercrombie, and then I just had these clothes and they don't look like new like everybody else, which I like. When you were in middle school and stuff like that, kids, they don't care if you have clothes. Like, they look at what's fashion, what's new, what looks expensive and stuff like that. I can only imagine how worse it got. But I remember when I barely had shoes. Like, all I had was buying my shoes from the thrift store. And it was these shoes that was so popular like when I was younger, right? I lived in Atlanta. It was these Adidas, shell toe Adidas. Everybody had every color. Like, if you had shell toe Adidas, like, you was popping during the time. My mom, she finally bought me some shell toe Adidas, and I was so happy to where there was the only new shoes I had, and I was wearing them things every day. And do you know, the first time I actually got with the program, I still got bullied for that. Like, people was like, this girl wear the same shoes every day, every day. And then from that point forward, because I didn't have any shoes and I was just so happy that I had those new shoes that everybody had, it was like, why not wear it every day? I mean, they're my shoes. From that point on, that's when I said, look, you can't satisfy anybody and nobody's never going to be satisfied. So stop living for other people. Girl, you just need to make your own style. Y'all, why does this light want to come out now? So from there point on, I started to make my own style. And I told myself, you know what? If I can't afford what I can afford, I'm finna make my own style. I'm finna start a trend. So then I starting trends. So it started from, probably gonna look at like these pictures, be like, girl, I've been doing that. No, like I literally, maybe people ended up doing it, and I don't want to say like boost my head and say, oh, I started this, but literally I see nobody else did it. I see no one did it. With the bow tie thing, I started doing it. And then I started getting into like misfit thrift store type of wear, because there was this group on, I think it was Tumblr. And I was back when Indian Love, well, Indian Love still popping, but like that's when she was going viral, and like all like the misfit people like wore oversized shirt would go viral and stuff like that. That's all I would pretty much find at the thrift store. So I'm like, you know what? I'm finna embrace this. I'm finna embrace this. So that's when I started to like make my own style with thrift store clothes, and kind of incorporate like the 90s look and stuff like that, since that was pretty much all I really seen at the thrift store, you know? Sometimes here and there you might find some new stuff, but for the most part it was really like old, back in the day type stuff. I started cutting my stuff, like making styles in it. Then I had this little Tom girl stage. From that point forward, I built my confidence, and your girl won. I won best looking. This other girl won best dress. I feel like I started to stand out more with my beauty when I started to change my style, you know? I honestly feel like that's why I won it. And then people started doing exactly what I was doing, and I noticed like I started getting popular. I started getting friends. Well, I don't want to say friends, but you know, people wanted to hang out with me more. And so I say all that to say, with confidence, you gotta make yourself be confident. Like, confidence is not gonna come with people telling you. I'm using this is like Elf, but I didn't use it so much. It literally like came off. Confidence is something that's like you have to build on your own. Like, you have to find your own way, because people are such haters and so miserable. They will try to lower your confidence. It gets crazy. This world is real hectic. So you're going to have to find your way out of it. When you get older too, people don't talk about like how your confidence shifts as well. And even if people tell you like you look good or whatever, but you can pretty much fluctuate between gaining weight, losing weight, especially with women. Like, we go through so much, and with gaining and losing weight, into like having babies, stuff like that, to like weight just sticking on us. So now we're dealing with these confidence issues, and then we're dealing with like society as well, because people don't talk about how society with adults, they're real harsh too. I'm going to be using this palette. I think I got this from Marshalls or something. But with my natural beats, I always just use like the brown color. Either this one or this one. So we're just going to use the dark brown today. And yes, I do use my fingers. I don't know where. Oh, never mind. I ain't got to use my fingers. We're going to use this. Like how I slowly try to build my confidence, especially as an adult. I just try to do stuff more for me. And for me, I'm always talking about like my weight and like keeping up with myself, like my appearance. I struggle with keeping up with my hair, because it was like I never knew what to do with it. Like, I'm not a person who likes wigs, and it's just like, in order for me to kind of keep up with myself, why not do something that's more maintainable? I just cut my hair off, and this is not like it's something that I haven't done before. And I feel like I'm getting older now. Like, I'm not into all that like extra stuff. So I just felt like this is like really simple, really cute. You know, like I just got to get my lashes done and stuff like that. And a lot of times too, like being that I cut my hair, I feel like I kind of like a boy. So I invested into some lashes off Amazon to kind of make myself look more feminine. Now that I did that, like I feel more confident, or whatever the case may be. I've had like really like ups and downs, a lot of ups and downs with weight. I have always had weight problems. Eating habits, like I used to be so bad to where I used to literally eat so bad. I used to literally go to the gym in Florida. It's a place called Salem's. It's kind of like an American deli type thing in Georgia, like fries and wings. I literally used to go straight there right after the gym. Like, girl, how you trying to lose weight and become more confident if you creating bad habits? That's a part of like building your confidence too. And start creating more better habits. Like, if weight is an issue and you know like you need to stop eating bad, Stop it. Like, how are you going to build your confidence? How are you going to be happy with how you look if you have these bad habits that you keep putting yourself through? And then we always be sitting here complaining about, like, I need to lose weight, I need to lose this. But I just noticed, like, why the freak I always come from the gym. And that was when I started to figure out that working out, it's not even half of what you need to do to maintain your weight. First thing is what you eat. The second thing is working out and toning that once you get to that weight. I had this bad habit of just going to the gym, eating like, why am I still gaining weight? Like, I even went to the doctor, like, I don't know what's going on. And like, I had like extreme GERD where I would wake up in the middle of the night coughing, like I couldn't sleep. I would choke in my sleep, like it would be scary. I was just like, And then it gave me medication, and I'm not this type of person. Now I don't really like take medication. I'm more of a herbal person. So now I'm more like, I can't take medication. I need to do something with my health. And honestly, now my health has been more better than it's ever been, even though I'm still adjusting with my weight, but that's just going to take time. Now I don't even have those problems anymore, because I used to be like bigger than what I am now. The first thing is also stop bad habits, build your confidence by making yourself feel good inside and out. And I'm still working on myself. But compared to where I used to be, girl, we came a long way. I feel like you have to protect your peace, because when you are surrounded by people who are negative, whatever they're inflicting or their confidence, or they have low self-esteem, so now they have low self-esteem and they're rubbing it off on you, that also prevents you from building your confidence as well. Working on your goals, like, people don't talk about like working on your goals makes you feel good. Because I remember it was times where I used to just lay in the bed, don't do nothing, and just feel so like down, depressed. Your girl was not happy with herself. I woke up and was like, you know what? I'm finna start putting towards my goals. Like, what is something that I'll feel happy if I just get done? Or something that I've been pretty much procrastinating on doing. What do you know? Once I started doing that, and the things that I've been procrastinating on doing is like content. So once I started like setting my goals, okay, we're gonna drop a video a week, I started to realize like how my confidence started boosting up, because I feel like, look, I can do it. I'm capable. Other people can do it, and I'm doing it. Yeah, your girl got this. And two, changing your mindset. A lot of times, like, people don't understand, like, you can literally wake up and feel horrible. But as soon as you change your mindset, as soon as you start changing the way you think, your confidence is a whole nother level, to where people start looking at you like, girl, I love your energy. Like, I can just feel your aura when you walk in. Like, people start to feel your energy, feel your aura. Changing your mindset to where now your mindset, even if you don't feel confident on the inside, you start changing how you think in a way your mind just starts like telling yourself, I'm confident, to where you start believing it. People don't think about this, like, building your confidence is also being alone more. I bet you're probably like, girl, what are you talking about being alone more? No, being alone more will make you sit with yourself and realize that you only have you, yourself, and I. Even if you have a significant other, even if you have friends or family, like, sometimes you gotta sit with yourself and stop like depending on other people to make you feel confident. Go out, get your nails done, do whatever you need to do for yourself, meditate, go to the park. It makes you feel confident, like, hey, this wasn't so bad. Like, I can chill with myself. Like, you just start to learn more about yourself and make you feel more confident. Like, you'll be surprised how much people don't know about their own self, because they never have that alone time. And that's why they're so stuck in that depression and not feeling good about their self, because they never are alone, for real. All right, I'm using this Morphe palette, this translucent, I said Morphe palette, translucent baked set from Morphe. As you can see, this shit looks horrible. And I just put it clearly around the places where I put my concealer. I don't like to put it on my forehead because it makes my forehead look extra bright. So we're just going to put it on under her eyes, everywhere else but the forehead. Also, setting boundaries. Setting boundaries helps you take back your life and build your confidence too. Because it's basically telling yourself and you, like, I deserve better. I deserve more. I don't deserve to settle. And once you start doing that, you realize how much control you could take back. To where now you start looking at yourself differently and realizing like, girl, like I could have did this whole time. Oh yeah, ain't nobody finna disrespect me. And I know a lot of this stuff sounds like what? It'll change a lot. It seems small, but it'll change a lot. Also learning not to chase validation. So, and this goes hand in hand with like setting boundaries and being alone. When you stop searching for people to pretty much tell you about yourself, you stop caring. A lot of times when people do have low self-esteem or no confidence, it's because of society and what society says about them. You have to gain your control back and learn not to chase validation. I'm gonna use the palette and then I'm gonna just use this highlight stuff. It's called, is it glamorous? It's called Fun. And honestly, I'm still rebuilding. Some days are easier than others. And confidence is really just about trusting yourself again. I think a lot of people are like secretly going through this and they don't speak on it. And let me know if you're going through it and you don't really speak on stuff like that, especially as an adult. Like, I feel like a lot of people talk about like their traumas of being bullied, but they don't talk about like their adult life and how they're still struggling with gaining confidence. And you can walk around and feel confident, but like it's something there that makes you not feel confident. Rather you just had a child, rather mental things, everything has went good and then society or life kicked you in the face and you went downhill and now you have to rebuild your confidence. And confidence is not just about appearance. This is the Kiss New York Professional Mascara. Yeah, I'll be, getting sidetracked. It's about your feeling. Like, say, for example, like you feel not confident to follow your dream or do something that you haven't done in a while, or confident to go to the gym, or confident can be anything. I feel like people categorize confidence a lot of times just like looks wise. So next we're using this pencil. I don't know what this pencil called. I got it from the beauty supply, but it's like a brown eyebrow pencil. I use it for my lips too. And what I like to do is I like to go right under my lips and then right above my lips to make it look more bolder. Okay, next I'm going to use this lip gloss. My girlfriend bought me this for Valentine's Day, but the name had came off. It starts with an R, but it's like a brown glittery lip gloss. And a lot of times, like now that I'm older, I've been experiencing like me losing myself with stress. And I feel like people fail to realize that just because you have like somebody by you or a partner or like a support system, that doesn't really stop it, because people can tell you things all the time, but your confidence is within you. So if you don't help it on your own, it'll never get help. Building your confidence starts with you, boo. You. I'm just gonna use some blush. Probably this Radiant Light blush. Started this video was all over the place because I have an issue with multitasking. I don't like using a bronzer too much because I feel like it makes my face look too chiseled. Just end it off with the blush. And sometimes I do highlight on my cheeks, but today we're not doing a highlight on my cheeks. We're not going like a extravagant look, you know? And then I like to kind of bring the blush around like my forehead so I can make my face look more like tan. I like to do this technique with this pencil. Like it's like shaping my nose. Of course, that's the point of makeup. It's to enhance your beauty, but it makes it stand out more. Like, we're done. Your girl is done with her makeup. Period. Poop. I've always did feel confident with my natural face, but let's be real. The beat really do enhance the beauty. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Get ready with me. I feel like I just went all over the place. This is how we looking. I don't know why. I feel like I did my makeup pretty good today. Maybe it's the short haircut. I don't know. I think it's the short haircut. I hope you guys enjoy. The goal is 2K by the end of June. So hopefully you guys help me reach that goal. And yeah, I'll see you on the next video. Let me know what y'all want to see. Peace.